Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Cardinals going up against the Saints.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, Sloan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Back to throw. Sloan, a quick hitter, complete. It's Harrington. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sloan. And Gresham has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. And Frank's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by... defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. The motion man here, Flainer. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 3rd down now following the run. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello, my name is Mike.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on second down. Sloan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw on third down. Sloan. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 38 yards on the scamper there.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The motion man here, Flainer. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice little juke. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 22-yard scamper. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On 3rd down, Sloan. Caught right side, Gresham. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, I need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Henry out of the pistol. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Sloan. And he rifles one incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on 3rd down. Sloan. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. on first down. Sloan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Sloan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Yeah, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They keep it with Henry on first down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
to throw on second down. Sloan. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And to give this time to the tailback. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side. Looks to be right around the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back now here live in New Orleans. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Sloan. He dumps it off for Henry. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Sloan throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. On first and 10, Sloan dancing to his left. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go. Off the bootleg. Sloan throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 18 yards to pick up there. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up first and 10. The motion man here, Flainer. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
10 yards still left on second down. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete to Graham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The motion man here, Fleener. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sloan. This one complete to Gresham. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff to Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here we go now. He's back to throw. Goes underneath for Henry. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Charles, you think back to some of the great